I, Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, hereby command that you do not listen or subscribe to the Dragon Ball 4 Life podcast. Whatever you do, would you defy royalty? No! Bye!
I'm happy because I got one right finally. I've been waiting for weeks to talk to you guys about this. You know what? Yeah. This is the intro. We're starting now.
Yes.
This is the intro. Because, you know, they say when you go to the casino, bet on black. Nope, bet on Matt. That's the new saying. You know?
Okay. All right.
That's the new saying now.
People will look at me sideways and be like, "Who the fuck's Matt?" But hey, just fucking trust.
That's where you plug the podcast.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
Here, listen to this.
Because I've been making the same prediction for weeks, and I knew if I stayed true, and I just kept predicting the same thing. Eventually, they was gonna give us something. But before we finally get to my win, let's pay these bills. Anime, we have your attention, please, and welcome to another episode of Dragon Ball Full Life, where you come for the content, but you stay for the culture. And it's chapter review day, and you know what that means. When the powers that be needed nerd culture set free, they knew that they needed the power of three. And not the charmed ones. The only three that matters. The biggest three. I go by the name of Bro G to the Prince of all Sayings, Mr. Matthew Porter, a.k.a. Matty Ice, here with my counterpart, the Oob to my Majin Buu, my Dende one, going from the lookout to the cookout, Mr. Troto Trav, here with our sister in arms, the Universe 6 to her 7, the Champa to our Beerus, Mrs. Vegeta herself, sorry Boma, our girl Bex, a.k.a. Miss Majin, and together, we are the trio of danger.
Let's get it, mi hermano Bergamo.
Let's go.
Mi hermano Bergamo. Let's really go. Let's go.
Like we do this.
If anybody could tell from my excitement, and Mikey, we're keeping all of that as the intro, because I got to celebrate my W. I've been waiting for weeks to talk to you guys about Chapter 96, Saiyaman on the scene, as they call it. We're finally getting creative with these titles, Trav. They're finally getting creative.
Yeah, right. They're trying. I mean,
they heard our critiques.
Isn't it funny the little things that we're getting excited for this damn arc?
The bar is so low.
We're reaching.
So low.
The bar is so low. Look, for once, I mean, I'm surprised the title wasn't called Goten and Trunks Arrive. Like, I'm surprised that's not what it was called. They made a last minute. That 0 hour. It was just like,
they
you know what?
Just labeled it Blue Piccolo because like they blue balled his orange Piccolo for him. Like I didn't. I'm pretty sure in the movie he stayed in it for the rest of the fight. Like I don't recall him going down.
Neither can I actually. But it was worth it to see Gohan almost pulling Gamma's face apart.
Right.
That was. So Trav, I know you had sent us an article that you want to kind of get into a State of the Union address of all things Dragon Ball, if you will, because there could be some major changes are coming. So, we'll kind of breeze through the chapter because outside of the Goten and Trunks stuff, which we can touch on because it's all new content, breaking news, sound, everything else is pretty much just, shot for shot from the movie. So, how are we feeling about? I guess for the listeners, everybody who we would hope that you would have read it by this point. But if you didn't, listen first, then go read it. Yeah, listen first. Listen to us. Like, don't leave us first. Stay here, and then you could go.
If there's rankings, go movie, us, then the manga.
Exactly. In that particular, if you want to do us, movie, manga, that's fine too. If you want to switch it up,
just keep manga third.
With you. But we've been clamoring for weeks, for months at this point. I don't even remember how long ago we started this journey together, but I feel like it was a while ago because we only get one chapter a month. And, we were all super excited about like the little prequel high school Goten and Trunks chapter and their investigators, Saiyaman X1 and 2. And then it just kind of disappeared. Not fizzled out, just disappeared. They just went right back to what their roles were in the movie. Yeah, and we were very perplexed and upset. We were like, dang, like, did they literally just give us that prequel and now they're just gonna like phone home and just give us the movie? But I stayed steadfast and I kept saying they have to acknowledge the fact that Gamma 1 and 2 were based off of Saiyaman X1 and 2. Otherwise, why introduce them in the manga at all? And I was like, they have to have a face-off with them in their costumes. And we finally got it. I have been vilified for all my wrong guesses for the past 6 months.
All of that struggle's been worth it, Matt.
All of them. But yeah, so for all the fans of the trio, Danger on Tractor Breakdowns, I've been predicting for weeks that Goten and Trunks, for months, that Goten and Trunks are going to be given a bit more to do than what they were in the movie. And we did finally get some panels of what Goten and Trunks, pretty much how they showed up to the fight. Because in the movie, I believe they just like showed up, like literally just pulled up.
They just pulled up with the group.
Yeah.
So we actually got to see a little bit of a conversation between Bulma, Goten, and Trunks, where she filled them in on everything. And, you know, Trunks and Goten, who already had interactions with Hedo and Gamma, Hedo and his androids that they were fighting. What was the one with the blonde hair that he fought? It was like Beta, Alpha, Beta. Beta, yeah. So they was just like, oh, we've already stopped him before. We definitely got to help. And, you know, they spring into action. And then we do get the scenes from the movie where they talk about how Saiyans just magically do a growth spurt and everything. And all that was very true to the movie. And the chapter does end with, and I talked to Trav about this, I am a bit scared with what's going to happen next, because they gave them this awesome hero rushing to save the day. They not about to put hands on Cell Max. Like, that's not possible. So it's like, I'm hoping that maybe there's some grunts that are still on the premises that they kind of got to like get through
take care of.
Yeah, because I'm like, you can't give them, I mean, it's Toriyama and Toritaro, they might. The way that this manga ended with Goten and Trunks like rushing in and they got like their cool superhero Avengers pose, I was like, don't make them run into Cell Max and just get punched and swatted away and just steal my glory. Which I'm afraid, tragic. I'm kind of scared that that's what's gonna happen. So
I mean, they did say that they're the cleanup heroes. Like, I think that was their final speech bubble in the manga. So maybe you're onto something with, there might be some grunts around. They're just going to go over there and clean up, and then the real Cell Max shit will start to begin, and then they might get one shot.
Yeah,
the one shot is coming though.
Yeah, it's inevitable to a degree.
Well, dang, y'all kind of teed me up for my question. I was going to ask you two, my lovable skeptics, do you feel that the addition of these new panels is a positive sign that we might get some more additive scenes to the rest of this fight?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, got one.
Like, definitely. Like, I feel like every time they do this, when they make a movie and then they adapt it in either manga or anime or both, there's always just a little bit extra, or it's always just a little bit different. Even if we look at like Battle of the Gods, you know, the difference between being on land and being on a boat. Like, they're notable differences, nevertheless. And I mean, some line differences, you know, Goku saying, I will not let you destroy my world, blah, 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 blah. So I feel like, yes, it's going to be different. Whether or not there's extra or not, I don't know, to be fair. But I'd lean with yes. With yes.
What say you, Brother Trav?
No. You know, they like give you a little bit and then always are like, we got you back.
You gotta be quicker than that.
Why do they hate us so much?
But you know, I will give credit where it's due, where I gotta say the reveal of Cell Max, that panel might be my favorite Toyotaro drawn panel of like the whole Dragon Ball Super manga. Like, that was on some like Colossal Titan type like shit. Like that, the detail of that Cell Max like being like revealed was that, like, that artwork was fire. Like I saw that, I was like, man, you know, Toyotaro, when it comes to like certain like panels and things, he really, 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 really can get it down. But like, yeah, that was, I thought like, I don't know why, it just didn't feel like Dragon Ball. And I liked that. So it was, you know, it was cool. It was cool to see that, like, draw that way. Like, you felt them like the roar, like,
you can hear it.
Yeah.
You can hear it reading it.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
it felt scarier in the manga. Like in the movie, like I remember it being cool. Like I was like, oh shit, that's dope. He's got like the old colorway, but it's Perfect Cell kind of with the tail. But like in the manga chapter, it was just like, oh shit, it's about to go down. Even though I know it's gonna happen, I was still like, oh, this is crazy.
Like I saw that and I was kind of thinking, dang, I kind of wish I read this first and then saw the movie, because like that was that was pretty epic, like that little panel and that reveal. But actually, you know what? Nah, I'm glad we saw the movie, because I think like if I like that was like my expectation of what it's going to be like, then seeing like the animation. Don't get me wrong, I don't have any problem with the animation of the movie, but if I would have saw that drawn panel and then saw the movie, I would have been like, shit. Like I wish they would have kind of went with this art style, or try to emulate like this art style.
For sure, because it was so different. The movie animation style so different. You know, a lot of people have issues with it and that kind of thing. I agree with you though. I have no problem with it, but I prefer it this way as well, to have seen that kind of different thing and then read it in black and white.
Do you think?
Hold on. Wait for it. Ha ha! There it is.
See, that shit is fire. That shit
is Colossal Titan energy for fucking sure, man. For sure.
Like Torito did his thing with this. Did his thing with that.
Why have we never just done this before? We can literally just look at the manga right here.
Hey, well, look, listen. For this,
it's actually genius.
for this arc, it's okay we didn't do this.
All right, man, you're right. Moving
it's good
forward.
that we discovered this now, because like, look, like once we get into the next arc, which I'm like thinking and hoping it's gonna be some shit that they're really like waiting on and like gonna reveal. But we can talk a little bit about that more when we talk about the news that just dropped. But yeah, like. Okay, yeah, Matt. Like this.
Like,
listen.
why didn't we ever think about this before?
Yeah. So
I mean, shout outs to Josh, because I didn't even know that you could do screen sharing in here. Right, reading is fundamental. So
we could just do live readings of the manga.
Yeah. Right.
Look, man, content galore.
We do popcorn reading.
Yes.
Mikey, clearly this is the real for this episode. we got it out the way early.
But you know what? I was thinking that came to my mind because there's been, you know how once we get to the final episodes of Z, which is going to be the end of Super, and everyone is talking about the big plot hole of Bulma saying to Goku, "Oh, I haven't seen you in 4 years or 5 years," when she says that at the end of Z at the tournament. And, you know, obviously that's, you know, clearly not the case, because she's been seeing Goku during this phase. So, I mean, this is just a random, but we like to predict things. And if they come true, we're like, yo, come sign us. But I think a way to try to fix that plot hole is she could still say that, or no, Goku, like, or yeah, she can still say that, or they can like do it vice versa, where Goku says it and she's like, no, it's only been 5 days since we last saw each other, and Goku like, oh yeah, you're right, I was in the hyperbolic time chamber training with Vegeta.
There you go.
And in his mind, because Goku's so stupid, like he's like, oh, you know, in the time chamber it's 5 years, but then it's only 5 days outside. So you know, they could find some way to do that, but or they might just totally remove that line and they just are at the world tournament and everybody it ends away. But I'm just going to be so curious to how they do that, because is it going to be like they're going to retell it like they're retelling with Superhero? Are they going to give it like a quick one shot of like, all right, we got to the end of Z, all right, now let's go past that? But anyways,
like they did with the Broly movie. They just gave that one little panel at the Tournament of Power. It was like, yeah, some shit happened.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I feel like they'll definitely forget it. Well, I think they'll forget it.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah, right.
No, but I guess that kind of creates a interesting question. Do you think that, obviously manga, and fingers crossed that, you know, that we get the anime back at some point in time, we're hoping, do you think that they could possibly like re-canonize that last episode? Like if they like do it again and like just kind of like make it flow more with like Super, like how they did how they gave us that line with Vegeta, how he like mentioned Jiren in the manga when he was on Beerus's Planet at the beginning of this, but he didn't say that in the movie. It's like, all right, you don't have to try to include characters that we know and put in post. But like, do you guys think that they would like literally give us a chapter of like the actual last episode of Dragon Ball Z and like superfy it? I guess, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Surely. How else would they close that off?
Yeah,
You
and
know?
it's funny because we've been complaining about how the retelling of superhero, but I'm gonna completely contradict myself and say I
Go ahead and retell that last episode.
Yeah, of the last few episodes of Dragon Ball Z, because it's just like we've been in this 10-year time skip for so long, and it's like I think everybody at this point is waiting for that end of Z and like to kind of just see it again, but also knowing like. I feel like when we do read that portion, there's going to be an excitement reading it because now we're like, oh shit, we're finally past this. We're like what's happening next because we don't know. And I think the fact that we don't know is going to be a nice, exciting feeling. And I think that it's needed because, I mean, we know everybody survives at the end. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're literally rereading a movie that just came out. So it's just kind of like, stop playing with our loyalty. like we're going to consume this content regardless, but give us something new. Like, I mean, One Piece actually has a successful live adaptation. I haven't seen it yet, but I hear it's
I've heard it's
pretty
really
good.
good.
Yeah, I've heard good reviews about it. I haven't seen it either, but I've heard 7 out of 10s in the reviews. That's crazy.
Like I've actually heard
action.
people. Yeah, I've heard people that haven't watched One Piece, the anime yet. They're watching the live action. They're like, oh, I got to get into the anime. When have you? I think that's the first time in history.
Yeah, facts. Like literally the first time in anime history has a live action spawned more fans. Like,
Right.
yeah, I even saw an article like crazy enough like that was saying like this is how you do live action anime. Like this is now the benchmark set. Like hold my beer. Everybody else who wants to even attempt to try to do it, it needs to be this. And they were basically saying like the parts that I read it was kind of saying like they leaned into the fact that they're just trying to emulate a cartoon. Like they didn't take themselves too seriously. They let it be hokey. Where a lot of like the adaptations they try to like humanize everything and make it like realistic, i.e. like the Dragon Ball Evolution or the Avatar M. Night Shyamalan movie is just like they didn't work for a reason. Those movies were trash.
They did too much.
Yeah, they did way too much and tried to make it way too realistic. It's just like, this is a kid who controls the elements, who's here to save the world. Like, why do we need to like base it in reality? Like, just let it be fun. Like, let it be what it is. Exactly.
Sure.
Like, let it be silly. And like I guess One Piece is kind of like a great show for that because that's such a silly show. Like, I know there's like serious beats, but like Luffy's a clown. like all he do is joke. Even when he's serious, like he's saying funny shit. So I was like, I'm gonna give it a chance because when I heard about it, I remember saying like I will watch it, but I'm gonna watch it thinking it's gonna suck. But now I'm like, oh okay, this might actually be fire.
Right?
Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah.
Like I've heard like really good things.
Yeah,
and I think as well they did a good thing by making it like a series rather than making it into a movie. Like many adaptations are made into a movie. Even the Bleach one, the Dragon Ball one, and it's like you're trying to smush like over 100 episodes or with Bleach or whatever, hundreds of episodes into an hour and 20 minutes, and they just make it go so quick. They don't give the story any justice, and it's there's 100%. There's no real good elements in there. So I'll probably watch it as well. I've only watched some One Piece and I hated it, but I'll try with the live action, and then I might be one of these other fans that's like, okay, fine, I'll watch the anime.
It might swing me
I just
back
haven't
around.
found time yet to watch the anime.
Like I have so many things on my watch list.
Damn.
Over 1,000 at this point. They're still going.
1100, so I ain't got time for that. I do, but like, I'm watching Dragon Ball all the time.
That's a commit. That's basic. Like committing to One Piece is basically like getting in a long-term relationship.
For sure. Yeah. I ain't got time for that either.
I'm busy. One Piece. Damn.
Listen, my last wedding is November 18th. So after that, and it's gonna be cold out. All right, maybe that's the time where I start hibernating and lock in.
About to get married to One Piece.
Take the engagement ring off and just put it on put it on top of my Roku.
Once every 3 nights, just like just you and me, One Piece.
The
And then all of a sudden, guys, I'll be free as can be to record whenever because I'm
yo, the day that we got to start planning group activities around Trav's availability because he's watching One Piece is going to be funny as hell.
I reckon.
Instead of him being like, I got a wedding that weekend. I'm One Piece in that weekend, bro.
One Piece.
It'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, should we just make a podcast about it, Trav? Is that what you want?
Like, all right, you got me.
I'm like, keep on dropping hints like, yo, guys, like, you know, it would be cool if we just watched it all together, live stream it, man.
I mean, we got the share screen option.
Yeah,
Like, we could.
all the components are literally there.
So don't
I'm not saying we want to do it.
All of a sudden, come December, y'all just get a bunch of Google Calendar invites and what?
Episode 1,
What a
episode 2,
Crunchyroll link.
Episode 948. We've only got like me and Matt are like 2 episodes in. Like, oh, for fuck's sake!
Like, bro, like this ain't it, dog.
Give us time. We're gonna catch up, bro.
Yo,
So,
by the time,
did we have any
got
final
through it
thoughts
all-
about the chapter?
I was about to ask the same question.
I mean,
In terms of I actually have a question for you guys.
let's hear
Do
it.
you think, and I can't make this more concise, do you think that Orange Piccolo has God Key?
I do.
Yeah, you know,
At least that's what I
that-
want to believe. That's what I'm choosing.
I think
to
so.
believe.
I think so because I mean, like he's merged with Kami, who's technically a god, and when he went orange, his ki wasn't sensed by those who can't sense God Ki.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think he has God Ki. What do you think, Bex?
Well, I mean, I thought he did too, but then Gohan says that your chi skyrocketed when you changed forms, when you went orange. So that tells me that Gohan can sense him when he's orange, but obviously Goten and Trunks couldn't because they were looking for him and they're like, we don't know which fucking direction he's in. But also they couldn't sense Gohan either, so maybe they're just shitty at sensing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they the lives they lead, they're pretty slacking. Like,
Yeah, like that's a possibility because
Right.
even Gohan couldn't sense, Normie Piccolo when he came to kidnap Pan.
Yeah.
quote unquote. So
which is a good point you bring up that Gohan said that because Gohan got Gohan Beast, but like, does that God Key? Like no, like we don't know, but like,
yeah,
how would they spin that in terms of? I mean, like he's at the strength of a god in Gohan Beast, like with Goku and Vegeta and their like Super Saiyan Blue transformations and all that, probably and like even stronger than that. But it's just like, and Gohan has always been on his own separate path. He's been very adamant on like going on his own path. But I'm just like so curious to like, I just want more context behind these new forms we're getting because I think some people are getting form fatigue, but I can see that. But I also do like if they're getting new forms that each character is starting to like get their own specific form. Like I don't need to see Gohan in Super Saiyan Blue. I'm cool with Gohan having his own specific form that can match those of like Goku and Vegeta's god forms. And so, I mean, I'm hoping like Matt and I have talked about this before of like hoping that if they want to try to find a way to reintroduce Super Saiyan 4, obviously
Give it
not
to
calling
Broly.
it that. Yeah, that could be Broly's. Like I think I said it would be dope if it was called like Super Saiyan Primal or something like that because just of, like he's just like a primal rageful Saiyan who like that would be cool. So
I would like to see it
that's
the
interesting.
gold fur too, not the red fur if he got it. Like or green. I guess he got the green aura. That wouldn't be crazy. Like if he had green fur.
it makes sense. It does make sense though for Broly to have Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
And that'd be a really cool way to canonize it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing
I
we cared about.
Everybody
from
loves
GT.
it.
Yeah,
right.
Only thing we
I
cared
can
about.
feel it. I can feel the GT canon here's being like,
It's creeping in.
it's already canon.
Well,
Bex is like, I'll give y'all that. I'll give y'all that.
Yeah.
Look, next time we see Trunks, he's gonna have the Crocodile Dundee fit. it's coming.
That's a nightmare. I feel I'm already terrified. I can't
Leave
handle.
that John in the mud.
He said, "Leave that down under." He said, "We don't need that. we don't need that.
Just give him his purple hair back. Just give him his purple hair back, and everything will be fine.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I thought that was the funniest shit in the world when they did like the flashbacks in the Goku Black and Trunks had purple hair. Like, how you gonna give us a flashback and give him the right color hair, but not explain why his shit's blue?
Doesn't it feel like sometimes they just fuck with the fans? Like,
Yes.
What'd you say, Trav? Stop testing our loyalty.
yeah,
We about to put that on a shirt. Yeah, we about to put that on a shirt.
We have feelings, for fuck's sake.
Like Dragon Ball fans, I mean, a lot of anime fans, but Dragon Ball fans specifically, you can't get anything past us. Like, we notice everything. Like, we're not like I don't know why you keep trying to like cater to like the youngins. Like, oh, we need to bring a new audience. No, you don't. We're still here.
No, we're here. Yep.
Like, all of us are still here. So, yeah, no, that blue hair, I was like hyped to see Trunks back, but then I saw the hair, I said, huh?
Yeah, and not even explain it. And then, but your little self has purple hair. Like,
so,
I'm cool.
So now what they have to do is when Trunks gets even older, like what's future Trunks, like 30 at this point or in his 30s? Yeah, like he has to, has to be blue.
Yeah, it's gonna turn blue. Great.
Honestly. And he'll have God Key as well by that point, no doubt. Everyone's just getting God Key. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's a God Key free for all.
Everybody.
I was also saying too, if there wants to be like some sort of specific form for Goten and Trunks, let them be the ones to master Super Saiyan 3. No one else has been able to master Super Saiyan 3. Let them master it, because I like that form. But it's never going to be used again because of its flaws. So if they were the ones to master it, all right, cool. That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Or at least go tanks.
Yeah, because two of them combined can share the load. Yeah, I think that would be
right.
Because that's the only time either of them have technically used it is when they have been fused anyway. So if go tanks himself,
they don't even have Super Saiyan 2 in there and like individually. Like they're both just Super Saiyans.
So basic.
Super Saiyan plus Super Saiyan equals Super Saiyan 3, I guess.
That's so 20 years ago, guys.
That's the math.
It's so crazy.
Then here's a weird question. So like when Goten and Trunks fuse now, will Gotenks have like blue streak instead of purple now? Because that's gonna look stupid.
Yeah.
God damn. God damn.
Yeah, that's gonna be dumb.
No, we can only take so much.
Like the purple streak was cool. It was like punk rock, but yeah, like a blue streak, especially with Super Saiyan Blue, it's gonna look super dumb, yo.
Yeah, maybe the recessive gene for the blue streak isn't gonna be strong enough, so it'll be back to purple. Yes.
Well, there we go. I guess that answers our question.
Does that look blue to you? This Gotenks head?
Yeah, it does from our side.
Does. Okay, well, so this is what it will look like then. It looks purple to me. It must just be my camera, but...
Okay. Well,
okay, so that's what it doesn't actually look too bad, does it?
Yeah, I was going to say, no,
yeah. All right, never mind. Scratch that.
I can take that. I can dig that.
We'll scratch that criticism.
Yeah.
We'll let it be blue.
As long as he masters Super Saiyan 3, we're fine.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That's our only caveat.
Just give us that. So yeah, but other than that, Gamma 2 got one punched. Gamma 1.
Oh, he got wrecked, man.
That was
wrecked. Awesome. That was so satisfying. And the angle as well, him looking up to Orange Piccolo and Piccolo just pulling back.
Yeah, he just cocked back. Just, wow.
Oh god, that was one of my favorite panels actually in that whole chapter. So strong.
Awesome.
And he's got that big chin, that big jawline,
big ass arm, just
ready. And Gavin be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's definitely what he said, basically.
It wasn't when Magenta turned on them. It was when Gamma felt that punch from Piccolo. He said, "Actually, he ain't that evil. He ain't that bad. Like,
he's right.
Maybe we should side with him. I don't know. He got some valid points. I don't know.
Like, yeah, he's got. Yeah, he's like, I like the cut of his jib. He's a good guy.
Seems like he would be very helpful on our team, actually.
Got that head. Oh yeah, you're right. All right.
Yeah, bag of ice on his face, like, yeah.
Anybody with a prominent jawline like that has to be a good guy. That was his thought process.
That was definitely the highlight, though. Aside from Selmax being hatched and coming over the fence like the attack titan, like the colossal titan. Yeah, that definite part, because it sent Gamma actual flying, like not just like normal Dragon Ball, like getting punched and being flown into something. He went, he really went. like through the ground and shit.
He said, "Oh, I felt that.
And his face was all caved in. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Epic. So epic. And then Piccolo's like, Shenlong wasn't kidding about that little bit extra. And that's when we realize that Orange Piccolo is a direct thanks to Shenron, which we already knew anyway, but we always like it when it's in black and white as well, because it's like, it's confirmed.
It's official.
Like part of you is like, oh man, are they gonna do it with the manga? Are they gonna to try to be different and not? But yeah, they still did it so cool.
Yeah.
Piccolo was long due for some sort of transformation.
Yeah,
long due.
He needed something.
And he technically got 2 transformations there.
Yeah.
He went Date Night and then he went Orange.
At the same damn time.
He's nothing other than Date Night Smooth Piccolo now. That's the only thing I can call him.
That's it. He's smooth Piccolo.
He got ready for the date, and then someone hit on his girl, so he went orange and had to one-shot him. So that's you know what I'm saying. He had to show him, don't test me.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what it was? They fucked up his reservation. That's what it was. He got there and his table wasn't ready. They was like, nah, we said 9 p.m. Like, it's 9:01. What's up? Like, what are we doing? Why aren't we seated yet?
Do you know who I am?
Do you know what I can do?
They was like, we had
I just one-shotted a dude back there. Like, I can do shit, man.
Yeah,
so like, we're so sorry. We had a bridal shower ahead of you. It's running long. Tell him to get out.
Yeah, this guy Trav came in with his bridal party.
It was definitely Trav.
We could have swore he was here for another wedding a week ago.
We see him here a lot.
We don't want to say we saw him last week because then he could say,
we're not trying to jam him up.
Look alike, then he might he might then want to.
Or we don't want to accuse him of polygamy, but he keeps being here for weddings. We just don't know.
Although he is in a relationship with his woman and One Piece at the same time.
There's conflicting interests here.
All 1,000 episodes. That's a committed man.
Right.
I admire your tenacity.
Well, I appreciate it.
Well, I think we covered all the important stuff. Well, Gamma 1 and 2 got essentially one-shotted by Cell Max. That was a thing. Mm-hmm. And then Saiyaman X1 and X2 jumped into action. We'll see what happens.
And now everybody's going to take on Cell Max in the next chapter, and hopefully that fight concludes.
And also, no one will ever throw a Senzu Bean at Gohan ever again.
Ever.
Yeah.
Because he never fucking catches them.
Ever again.
Ever. Or a Patara. He just can't catch.
Yeah, facts. His dexterity check is trash.
0.
If he played football, he would not be a wide receiver.
Yeah. Anyway, get off the team, bro. Get on the bench.
No.
So we know Goku's weakness is handguns. Gohan's weakness is catching. we going down.
Gohan is Hanen from Little Giants.
In fact, he needed the glue.
Yeah.
You just gotta pretend like it's a roll of toilet paper. Gohan, that's all you gotta do.
Right. Exactly.
You'll catch it every time. But good brother Trav, you had mentioned in our group chat that there was some breaking news on the Dragon Ball front that you would love to have talk. So would you mind telling the lifers out there? Cue us up, good brother. What is potentially what game changing announcement was made the past couple of days?
Yes. So Akio Iyoku, the chief editor of V Jump and Sakio Jump, he also is Toriyama's basically right hand man. Like, he is his mouthpiece. Like, he is his liaison between Shueisha and he basically Toriyama. He's a recluse. He stays in. He doesn't really like making appearances or whatever. And so Ioku is, but he also has had a big influence on some of the creative decisions in Dragon Ball. But before we get into details of that, so he's leaving Shueisha and is going to be starting his own company, which is actually funny. It's called Capsule Corporation Tokyo. And so
He says snatchies.
right, exactly.
I'll take it.
The reason why this is like could either go one way or another. So he is like Dragon Ball is like his baby along with Toriyama, and a lot of like people within Shueisha thought he like was too attached to it, also like is too also attached to nostalgia, and so he was the one who had suggested. So to quickly backtrack as well, Ioku also he's also like coming from a corporate side of things when he suggests some of these ideas to
The business side.
Toriyama. Yeah, because he suggested Broly to Toriyama to bring him back in some sort of fashion. He suggested bringing Future Trunks back. And he also, originally Superhero was going to be Piccolo was the lead. There was going to be no Gohan at all. Ioku was the one who said we should also include Gohan because Gohan's popularity with the fan base. So essentially, he kind of looks at the numbers, looks at who is popular, and provides suggestions to Toriyama. But at the same time, though, a lot of people think he's been too attached to nostalgia and has been a key part of like bringing some of these like figures that we see now, like Broly, Future Trunks, blah blah blah. Like obviously, like
Frieza.
He doesn't have
again and again and again.
Yeah, Frieza. Yeah. So, but Shueisha wanted him to leave they wanted to reassign him from the Dragon Room. The Dragon Room was created. I want to say. I'm trying to remember if it was created before Battle Gods or after, but regardless, it's been close to like 10 years since it's been formed. But basically, it's like a dedicated staff for Dragon Ball, and he was part of the Dragon Room. But the reason why this is so major, and I learned this when just listening to different YouTubers who cover this stuff. In Japan, like when it comes to these sort of like messy like breakups and everything, it's rarely public. Like it's rarely public that you hear about these backdoor or these behind the scenes moves that happen within these companies. And like I think just from like Japanese culture, out of respect for like everyone that's involved in the process. So the fact that this is out in public means that like shit is gonna shake up at Shueisha, and people are wondering if this means that we're gonna possibly either get the anime back quicker, because people are wondering if Ioku was one of the main people that is trying to get the anime back, but it keeps getting blocked by Shueisha, or is it going to be a situation where Shueisha, because he wants to start Capsule Corp Tokyo and basically focus on everything except the manga and have the manga just stay with Shueisha, but they're obviously that's a lot to relinquish over to a new company. Like that is like, if you're going to have like anime, video games, like that's just so everyone. But here's what the tricky part is, that like he is like Toriyama's right hand man. So like Toriyama could be like, all right, well, you're going to have to transfer all of this over to Capsule Corporation Tokyo, and Shueisha's going to have to do it. And so, like, he was asked about the situation. He said he wasn't going to comment on it right now. And so, and Shueisha obviously doesn't want to relinquish all that to Capsule Corporation Tokyo. So, this is a developing story, but this could either, one, speed up the process of possibly bringing the anime back, or it could, like, extremely delay it. Or, if they don't give up those rights and someone new comes in Yoku's position, how does that affect, where the story goes, what ideas are coming? Because, they could come in with a fresh mind, like, hey, let's get out of Universe 7. Let's stop focusing on nostalgia. And it could be great, or it could be GT. Because GT, you know, that
Good
wasn't
try.
like Toriyama's story. Like he provided character designs and everything, but it was kind of like Toei that kind of like just took because it was an anime only sequel to Dragon Ball Z. So they just took the creative liberty there, outside of like, you know, obviously Toriyama oversaw it and everything, but he didn't have the level of storytelling and involvement that he does with Super. So like this is a story that Dragon Ball fans should be monitoring, just because, you know, and also too, people have brought up, if he is able to get the rights to, or have the anime and all those other projects, you know, transferred over to Capsule Corporation Tokyo, people wonder, okay, would he still stick with the 9:30 slot in Japan? That's, you know, it's the morning show for kid, and the morning slot for kid shows, or, you know, could he take it and put it on a streaming service? Which then, if Dragon Ball were to
blood,
just be
blood,
exactly, exclusively on a streaming service,
give us back
you
the
wouldn't
high blood.
Give it back. Give it back.
You'd have a lot more creative, and obviously it wouldn't go like extremely dark or anything. But if people wanted that like Z-esque like violence, you could say, if it went to a streaming service, you could do all that. So there's a lot of ways that this could go. But the fact that it's out in the public, and the fact that, you know, it's known that he is leaving Shueisha, that's really big, and it's something that, like, you know, obviously we have to pay attention to, because it could go good or it could go really bad.
Yeah, it's huge. It's definitely huge, because Shueisha, obviously, you know, they want to hold on to the manga, by the sounds of it, by what I've seen, because the manga is the most profitable aside from the games. I feel like they, again, from what I've read, the anime is not overly profitable, and at the end of the day, they have a business to run, so you know, they're trying to make revenue, trying to make profit, and if something's not profitable, then yeah. So if someone who is closely kind of emotionally tied to Dragon Ball, which it sounds like he is, you know, him going off in his own world and being so close with Toriyama as well, and having in the past made good executive decisions, like putting Gohan in the superhero movie, and making Broly, you know, a movie about Broly, etc.
And bringing my guy Future Trunks back.
Yeah, and bringing Future Trunks back. It could be very good.
Albeit with the wrong colored hair.
albeit like incorrect.
Yeah, we don't know. That was his suggestion, but we don't know that.
Maybe they were like, fine, you can have this, but we're going to ruin it as well.
Give him blue hair.
maybe the hair in the ending, he's like, you know, fuck it, I gotta do my own shit. I can't be.
That was the final straw.
They went too far. But it sounds like a positive direction in the way that
that's what I'm
it.
hoping.
Yeah.
Because he has that attachment to it. I mean, I think the biggest thing is just like whatever legal battle that's going to come from this, and like if the manga is the most brings in the most revenue, he's probably thinking like, all right, well then let me get the anime. Like, at least I can, like, you know,
give me something. I'm leaving with
That's
something.
what he did. He said, "You guys keep the anime. You guys have it. You guys keep the manga. I'll take the anime. I'll do the anime and games. So this is fine. You guys keep doing what you're good at and what you want to keep doing, and I'll do this, and then everyone is happy in the world."
Man, when someone suggested the idea of putting it on a streaming service, all right, having it exclusively on a streaming service, I'm like, yeah, we need that, because I mean,
Totally.
like we've been saying, like this, having it in the morning slot for children who are like under 12 years old, that's not the Dragon Ball demographic, especially if they haven't watched hundreds and hundreds of episodes up to Super. Like, I just don't see how a little kid, if they're parent or if they haven't just seen, I mean, they could just, you know, just be into it and then pick it up, you know. That's not, I'm not saying that's impossible, but at the same time, like, it's also like you're gonna jump in the middle of when Goku is at this certain peak of power, and you're seeing these flashbacks of when he was like fighting Frieza and stuff like that. Like, you got to be confused
When he was fighting Trunks with purple hair. Like,
yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's like, you know, they just gotta
Such a
embrace
pain
the fact.
point. It's such a pain point.
Cause like Had they just committed to the blue hair, I would have been okay.
They should have changed it in the past too.
But then to show me a flashback with him having purple hair, I was like, bro, you gonna spit in my face like that? It's crazy. And then not give an explanation. He could have been like, yeah, he could have been like, oh, sun damage. Like it could have been, it could have literally just been that. I would have taken. I wanted to try a new look. I would have taken that. I would have like, all right.
I dye my hair. My lights it blue. Like,
yeah, you know, my mom died. This makes me feel closer to her. Like I would have took anything.
It goes with my red scarf better. Like literally anything.
Like I mean, like the future doesn't seem that profitable, so it could say, look, like this is my natural hair color. I can't afford
the purple dye anymore.
the products that I had before, like, you know, the grocery store is barely open. You know, first the androids, now Goku Black. Like, what the fuck? Like, I can't.
You said the purple hair dye hadn't been evaporated, bro. I just had to go with the roots.
I mean, like in my head, that's his version of going grey. In my head,
yeah, right.
But
right.
it's still just fucking go grey. Just go grey.
It's the stress of his universe that made him go blue gray. That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
That's what I'm gonna tell myself.
I'm rolling.
Yeah, just go grey. Everyone everywhere that has silver or grey hair is super fucking strong and overpowered. Like Ultra Instinct, Sephiroth, Virgil, like, or, you know, like just do that. Like, you know, he would have looked so fucking cool. Anyway, I digress. I'm sorry. I'm forever going to be upset about it.
Yoko Kurama, like, come on, like,
yeah, come on, hook us up. Come on.
silver gray hair. You know, it's that's why Trunks, you know, his whole timeline got wiped out because he got blue hair.
That's what it was.
He did that.
And purple hair Trunks been on the scene. Zamasu who? None of that would happen. Yeah. Zamasu. And that's the name of this episode. Zamahu with the blue hair. Zamahu with the blue hair. That's the name. Hilarious. But I must say, I love when we all have commonality on here because we're so vastly different people, but we have this shared thing. When you sent me that article, I was optimistic. I was like, oh shit, we might get some like new original Dragon Ball content. And I'm happy that you guys are kind of feeling that way. Like, you know, if they are able to come to a friendly agreement and like let him take the anime and the games and the manga or whatever it is, like maybe we will start to get something. Cause it seems that like he's not afraid to like break from tradition. Like he was just like, yo, like I know these are things, it's a property that everybody loves, but like change isn't the worst thing unless it's blue hair. Right. That then changes. Unless it's blue hair. Unless it's blue hair, then change is terrible.
And he's obviously trying to continue Dragon Ball by naming the company Capsule Corporation.
Yeah, facts.
Yes, like making his intentions clear.
Yeah.
Justice
he's not
for
trying
Trunks.
to end it. Like he wants it to continue.
Yeah, for sure. And I think as well, like what you mentioned before about how normally these things in corporate world, but especially in Japan, they're very quiet. They're done very behind closed doors, courtrooms, whatever. And the fact that this is out, you know, so public that they might want that to just be squashed. So like, okay, dude, go. Just okay, have it, go. Rather than having a big fight, because that's what we don't want, is them to have a big fight and a big court battle, and then because that will take longer, you know, more money will be involved for all of them, and then, you know, nobody wants to do it at that point, and so on and so on. So yeah, maybe their culture and their pride and principles might actually shorten that entire process.
And reading between the lines, I'm also thinking too, with how attached Ioku is to Dragon Ball, and how before when the anime had stopped, the rationale, well, one of the rationale was that they wanted the manga to catch up. Well, it's way ahead. And
Word. We've done so much.
And with that news coming out public, I'm wondering if like that was from his camp, because like that's how like frustrated he's been with trying to get this back up. Like trying, like it feels almost as if like it just keeps pushing to the back burner. Like, oh yeah, we'll get to it. We know the fans are there. We know they're gonna watch it. It doesn't matter if they watch it now or they watch it in 20 years. They're gonna watch it. Where like he's like, well, exactly. That's why we should put it out soon, because they want it. So it makes me think like it's gotten to a point where, I mean, obviously he's leaving the company now, but where he's just like, nah, fuck this. Like, let's like, what are we doing? Like, if y'all don't want to put this out, then let me put it, because obviously with him starting his own company, he truly believes he had, well, he will have the reason. I mean, he has Toriyama. You have Toriyama, then like you can, and,
right.
you know, and I'm sure there's probably a bunch of legal things that Toriyama would have to do to sever ties with, or not even sever ties, because if they still had the manga, like, there's probably a lot of complicated things that would need to happen for this all to flesh out. But the fact that it's gone public, Iyoku's probably like, nah, man, y'all gotta, like, all right, I was patient for long, I was being a good soldier for long, but you know what?
Enough.
Yeah.
Had it. Purple hair trunks back.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, that'd be hilarious if he did get rights in the
That's the
anime
first
and
thing
Trunks
that's
came
gonna
back
change
and
with
he was-
purple hair.
he has purple hair, but he also has the long hair after the Cell games. Like, what if that was? What if he never wanted him to get his hair cut? Like, he was just
Look,
like, that was another thing that he
ponytail
was
Trunks was a vibe, bro.
That was my favorite
Ponytail Trunks is the bestest. He is peak, 100%, and for no reason. Actually, for no reason.
Yeah.
Just because he's
For
got
real.
long hair. He looks cool. Like, he wasn't
That's literally just
particularly
it.
strong or anything. He was
Right.
just, it's just
Just the long hair.
Yeah, that's why like I think for me, BoJack Unbound might be my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie, because
I'm rolling.
it theoretically could fit in the timeline, but also like you got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Cell games and Goku's Ki. You had badass Trunks. Like, it was, I fuck with that movie heavy.
Yeah,
like,
that
I
was
like
a good-
BoJack
that was a good
Unbound
movie.
a lot.
That was good. And Super Android 13 was a good one too. I enjoyed that.
I like that one. Yeah, I like that one.
Enjoyed it. But yeah, BoJack. I feel like that movie don't get his flowers. I feel like
Nah.
that movie definitely doesn't get.
All the Broly
Will
movies, they'll
get
throw
it
them in the
here.
garbage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
every
was
last-
going to say
every
better
last
than the
one.
Broly movies anyway.
Especially
man.
Bio Broly, bro.
God.
Cringy.
Damn.
It was, yeah, the bio, that was terrible. That shit was terrible.
Cringy.
Wrath of the Dragon was cool with Tapion. That was
That was alright. That was alright.
yeah.
that was cool.
It was
You know
quite
what?
soft. That was quite a soft one, I thought.
It had a like different like feeling to it. Like it
Yeah.
like it was. I don't know how to like pinpoint it, but it
feel
felt like. But it did feel a little slow though. I was.
Yeah,
It
I
did feel
mean,
a
with the
little slow.
flute and all that kind of thing, it was like, this is kind of nice, you know.
This is,
Yeah.
is this a Zelda movie?
Yeah,
Right.
Is that Link?
why am I not mad at this villain?
Right.
I mean, if they kept bringing things back, they should have had like a Tapion type dude in the Tournament of Power.
Oh, that would have been cool. That would have been cool. Trying to think
no-
if there was someone who played instruments in the Tournament of Power, but I can't remember.
Is no one else like bothered in life that there's never been a canon reason as to how Trunks got that sword?
I know.
No, that's
that
not
bothers
for real.
me. Yeah.
Like not one, not nothing, no explanation. Like
They tried with that movie, and everyone was
yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
"Nah, that
saying.
don't make sense."
Like,
Everyone's like, "Nah, that don't make sense. That's present Trunks." Like like how.
exactly. Like we
Yeah.
have no canon explanation. Do
And
we
that
think
sword
that this?
is like a main player as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
it took out Frieza.
Yeah. And Zamasu
Z,
kind of.
like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Z fighters like never use weapons, and he's the only one that used a weapon. Like, what's the backstory? Like, we need to know.
Yeah. Seems like it means something to him.
That's actually a very good point, Bex. How don't that sword break on contact with these strong ass enemies?
Yo, right?
Bullets ricochet off people, like rocks, bats, batons, just crack. All the Orange Piccolo was getting oozied up, eating them bullets, just like. But Trunks' metal sword, that thing can hack at all types of things, except Android.
Yeah.
I guess Android metal, because it definitely broke on 18's arm. It definitely, like,
I guess,
everybody
like-
else.
I guess, like, in my head, he infuses it with Super Saiyan Ki or some shit like that.
Has
I don't
to.
know.
Has
Just
to.
made that
Another
up on
great
the spot.
explanation. That's our story. The stress turned his hair blue, and he fused his sword with his key.
Yeah. It could work, though, to be fair. It can't, like in Jujutsu
I'm
Kaisen
rolling.
when they imbue the
Yeah.
things with cursed energy. So, yeah. That's that. Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
Word.
go with
Book it. It's in the canon. It's canonized.
Put it in the manga.
Once it's on the internet, you know it's true.
Big facts, man. Big
So
facts.
we're all locked in. But Trav, was there anything else that we wanted to cover about that topic and possibly upcoming new DB original content on the horizon? Hopefully projecting.
Nah. I just wanted people to know about that and just really, keep an eye on it. Cause we've, in terms of like Dragon Ball and like the anime and stuff like that, it's been eerily quiet. And so like, this could possibly, kick things into another gear.
Very exciting times.
I'm rolling. And you know what? For shits and giggles, all of you listeners out there, whether it's my DMs, Trav DMs, Miss Majin's DMs, however you want to decide to get in contact with us, if y'all do want us to do like a live action One Piece watch along, because now we can do that, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. We're curious. Now we have the ability to do so. We've had it this whole time, apparently. We just didn't know. But lifers, we call you guys the lifers because you quite literally put the L into DB4L. So to stay up to all things Matt and Trav and Miss Majin, click the all-powerful link tree of might in the description of said video. And like we always say here on Dragon Ball for Life, whether you watch it or you read it, we all need it. So open up your nerd eye and we will see you next time on Dragon Ball for Life. Dodon Ray. Shout out to super producer Mikey and Paul.
Shout outs to Yali, all caps,
and
Dante.
Working the bugs out.
yeah. We're gonna figure out the cadence, but everybody getting a shout out.
Big facts. Later, nerds.
What's up, nerds? This is Josh Bengal, voice of Violence Fiend, Lizard Priest, Agil, Hoyan Leave, Fire Force, all sorts of them. You're listening to DB for Life. And shit, what else was I supposed to say? Is that it?